Take a look at this headline. Border agents seizing $2.1 million worth of liquid methamphetamine at the Rio Grande City International Bridge. Texas Congressman Pat Fallon sits on the House Armed Services Committee, and he joins me now. Congressman, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It's not just people that are coming across the southern border. It is drugs, and they are coming in mass.
They are. And in fact, in Joe Biden, during his presidency in the last year and a half, they have seized 1,060,000 pounds of illegal narcotics. About just this year in FY22, 8,400 pounds of fentanyl, which is enough to kill every American, man, woman, and child, about 12 times over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then you have people saying that, well, because all those drugs were seized, that proves that the border is secure. I mean, how many drugs are getting across without anybody knowing?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know, right? I mean, that's the thing. We know that methamphetamine's up. We know fentanyl is up. The only thing that's down is heroin, because fentanyl is replacing it. And this is how deadly fentanyl is. It's 50 times more powerful than heroin and 100 times more powerful than morphine. Yeah. It's frightening. The drug cartels are making record profits, $30 billion a year. That's the GDP of a small nation state like Estonia and Latvia have about the same on par. But they're also making a pile of money with human smuggling now, too.
Exactly. And the other thing is that the known gotaways, 500,000 that we know of. And then you have your colleague from North Carolina, David Rouser. He was just at the border, and he said when he went down there, he wouldn't be surprised if there was another 9/11 in a few years, because we just don't know who these people are.
I know. And that's the frightening thing, right? So the worst month we ever had on record was April of this year, with 234,000 illegal border crossers. Historically bad. Yeah. But to be eclipsed by the next month, which was May, with 240,000 illegal border crossers, about 3.1 million since Joe Biden has taken office, with about 800,000 known gotaways not only this year but last year as well. That's 3.9 million, which is more than 22 United States. And what Joe Biden has done is made every state a border state.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the president, you and 53 of your Republican colleagues are calling for President Biden to take a cognitive test. Here's a part of the letter that you signed. It says, quote, "We believe that regardless of gender, age, or political party, all presidents should follow the example set by former President Donald Trump to document and demonstrate sound mental abilities. While you have largely brushed aside these assertions as partisan political attacks, the left-leaning New York Times recently published an article outlining all of this in great detail." So do you have concerns over the president's mental fitness?
Absolutely. In fact, I mean, we have a unique situation here. We got Ronnie Jackson, Admiral, and he was the personal physician of 3 United States presidents. And he has led on this letter several times because he actually administered a cognitive test for President Trump, who the media, of course, was largely, at his throat. And they said, you better take a cognitive test. And he did, and he passed it with flying colors. And we're just asking Joe Biden to do the same thing. I have a fear that he won't pass that test because you've seen very awkward and odd moments where it's cringy, where he can't complete sentences. And I mean, everybody has a flub every now and again. I mean, Obama said there were 57 states, and he got a pass from the media. They said he was tired. Probably was. But Biden, it's repeated, and it's a pattern.
Yeah, we'll see if he responds to that request. In the meantime, you're on the Republican congressional baseball team playing later tonight.
Yeah,
won last year,
start stretching.
12-13, so it was pretty tight. Will we see a repeat?
It was. I think we're going to see a Republican not only dominate in November, I think we're going to dominate tonight.
It starts tonight?
Well. I think it starts tonight. Reclaiming of our republic starts this evening.
Well, it's fun to do, right? And it's a good camaraderie between you. Is it camaraderie between you and Democrats as well, the teams?
Yeah, it's mostly because you're practicing with your own team and you're getting up early in the morning and doing that. And what you're going to see is extremely slow baseball. The baseball travels slowly, it's hit slowly. There's not a lot of bat speed.
It's fun.
But there are some stealing because the throws from the catcher are so slow as well. It's all relative.
Yeah, and it's all in the name of charity and bipartisanship, and we absolutely love that. And people at home can watch Fox Sports 2 and Fox Nation as well. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. God bless.
All right. Yes, absolutely. You too.